Good afternoon, my friends. Once again, this is Paulette from Paulette's Cocina. Welcome to my cocina. I am so sorry. It has been a long time that I have not produced any cooking videos. But like I mentioned some time back, that life is like a merry-go-round. It is so easy to get on, but it is difficult to get off. I have been doing so many different things, and the time just went by, but hopefully we can start redoing the videos so that you can enjoy them. Please do not forget to subscribe and to share with your friends and with your family so that I can continue doing these videos. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to make some green chili chicken enchiladas the way they were made in Peñasco. That is where I grew up. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start frying my corn tortillas. A lot of times in the restaurants when you go, for whatever reason, they do not fry them. They just get them from the package and they place them and then they add the things on the top. And in northern New Mexico, we do not eat the tortillas straight from the package. We usually fry them. I don't know what is wrong with my oil, but it sure is jumping and making a mess. I hope I don't get burned. But anyway, that I'm just gonna fry. And we're gonna be making a really large casserole. And this casserole, it's gonna feed maybe like, I would say maybe like 40 people. But you can make one smaller or larger, whatever your heart desires. And this just takes a little bit of time. You're not gonna make them crispy, you just want them to get soft. And sometimes you can see a little bubble. They will bubble on the top, and that means that they are ready. Just be so careful with the oil because it doesn't forgive. It just pops whenever it wants to. I think maybe there was a little bit of water on my pan when I added the oil. I'm not sure, but I have taken very, very bad burns. They say that is the badge of a chef, getting your burns. But anyway, I'm going to stop just for a little while until I finish frying all my tortillas. And once that this happens, then we will continue with the next step. I will be right back. Welcome back, my friends. The next thing that I did, I just bought some chicken breasts, and I went and I boiled them, and I added a little bit of salt and pepper, a little bit of lemon, a little bit of oregano, and I just let it boil very, very slowly until it was done. Then what I am doing now is I'm just going to shred it. You don't want to have chicken like in really large pieces. You just want to know that the chicken is there. You're going to taste it, and together with everything else, you are just going to embellish the taste. So just remember, just cut it into small pieces. Just shred it. You can use your hands if you want. I'm just using my little knife and my fork. And you can see it has a very beautiful color. And it tastes really, you can even smell it. And I saved some of the chicken broth. And that usually helps to enhance the flavoring, the aroma. And here you are. You can tell. And the chicken, it's not like if you have to use so much, okay? This is just to embellish and to bring all the flavors together, because you're going to have other things that you're going to incorporate into it. So I'm going to stop again right here, and then I'm going to start dicing the things that will go into my chicken. Be right back. Welcome back. The next step is going to be dicing some different color of peppers. I have my yellow and my red and my green. This is going to help to enhance the flavor, but also it's going to give it a beautiful color. And always remember that you eat with your eyes first. So this is just going to enhance the plate presentation. And I'm just going to dice this as small as I can. And now this, I'm going to fry it so that all the flavors will come together and so they can enhance each other. You're going to see how beautiful it's going to look, but it's also going to taste very, very delicious. And this is a true enchilada, how it was made in northern New Mexico. Welcome. I have finished dicing the red, the yellow, the green bell peppers, and also I have diced some onions. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to add all this to my oil, and I'm going to fry it. And a lot of times, some people will just add all these things raw. And I guess that is okay, but it doesn't really incorporate all the flavors, especially the onions. Some people do not like the taste of onion, but if it is fried, the onion has a tendency of caramelizing. And with all the other ingredients, it'll just give out a beautiful aroma. And we are going to see fairly soon. And look at all the beautiful colors. They're very pretty. And that is just going to make your enchilada even more appetizing. You're going to wait. I can hardly wait to taste it. And that's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a beautiful plate presentation. Because sometimes, I'm sure it has happened to you, that you have been brought a plate that you have ordered, but you look at your plate and you don't really know if you're going to like it or not. And so there's like a lot of confusion right there. You already have made up your mind that maybe you're going to like it and maybe you're not. And so when you take a few extra steps to try to embellish the foods that you are preparing, you won't have any of those problems. They're just going to say, whoa, whoa, whoa. And right away, they're not going to want to talk. They're just going to want to start eating and enjoying the meal that you have prepared. And remember that you are the artist. It's going to be your creation. And I'm sure that people are going to enjoy it. You can make these enchiladas even individually if you want. You can make it small. You can make it as large as you want. A little while ago, I was telling you that I am doing work for the JJ Catering, and we are over on the South Valley Commercial Kitchen. That's where my business is taking place, and that is where I'm hanging my business license. And also, I am on my own, and I take orders on my own. I have been working on wonderful cookies, bizcochitos. I've been making coffee cookies, piñón cookies, Mexican wedding cookies. Y esto, we are not going to cook them all the way. We're just going to leave them, how they call, al dente. It is just enough to where they still have a little bit of a crunch, but they are not fully fried. And I think that it's going to take maybe 1 more minute, and it's going to be ready to go. In the meantime, I mentioned a little while ago that I boiled some chicken breasts, and I already shredded them. And after this, I'm going to open some cans of chicken. I'm going to open and add some cream of chicken. And I'll show you what happens after that. And then we're going to start layering off all the enchiladas, okay? I'll be right back, my friends. Welcome back. Okay, here I have all the three colors of peppers, bell peppers, and I also have my shredded chicken. And what I'm going to do now is I have opened 2 cans of cream of chicken. I always like Campbell. And it's fairly thick, and that is all right, because after a while, we're going to add some milk to it. Okay? And here goes the other one. If you find that it's too thick, or that if you need enough, you can always open another can, but usually two cans is more than enough for the big casserole. And like I say, it's going to feed like maybe 40 people. If you have a gathering, family reunion, a graduation party, this will be a really, really big hit with all your family and friends. Mira, le vamos a echar. You can use canned milk if you want, but I'm just going to use some regular milk, the whole milk. And then I'm going to just rinse it in here. Try to get everything in there, as much flavor as possible. You add it in here. Ready to throw my cans. Ready to put my milk away. Back again. I'm going to take some PAM, or food release, and there isn't really any. I'll buy any or different types of food release. I don't have any type that is better than another. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start placing my enchiladas, the tortillas, 3 of them. And 3. And I don't know if I fried enough, but that's all right, because if I need some more, it won't take long. And you're just going to place them, and I'll show you. Okay. And this is what it's going to look like. Then you're going to take your pasta. See how beautiful it looks. And you're just going to do it, and you don't have to do it that thick right away, okay? Because we're going to have maybe like, I'm going to say maybe 3 or 4 layers. I'm not sure. And it just goes. While you're comadreando with your friend or with your comadre, you can just be visiting, and then you can just be making the enchiladas, and the time will fly. It goes by so fast. Mira nomás qué bonita se mira. Looks very, very good. Van a decir, ay, I wonder what's in it. I wonder. Let's see if we can guess. Okay, mira. I don't know if you can see, pero ahí está the first layer. Y aquí vamos a ir. And we're just going to sprinkle a little bit of chili and the cheese. This one, it's the yellow and the white cheese. Déjame ver cómo se llama. It's a Mexican style. So it's the yellow and the white. Okay? And don't add so much, because you don't have to overdo anything, okay? You just want the flavors to come out. Because it's not like if they're just going to be eating enchiladas. You're going to have other foods. Y ahora, lo que va a hacer is I'm going to take my green chili, y ya está guisado. Ya viene, it has the salt, it has everything. It is ready to use. Besides, it's going to go in the oven, and it's going to warm up there. Y aquí vamos a agarrar el chile. And this one, it's going to be mild, okay? And it depends. They have the different types. They have the mild, the medium. They have the hot. I've seen even extra hot. Yucky. And again, you don't have to overdo it, okay? But la razón is that, like I say, you just want the flavors. They are going to come together. Just use it sparingly. Okay, again, aquí vamos con another layer of tortilla. You know, there for a while it had been so cold, windy, and all of a sudden it's almost like spring. It's so beautiful. As you can see, now we're starting the second layer of the green chili chicken enchilada. It looks really, really good. Then we come back. We were just going to repeat the process, okay? That's all. And don't worry, there's no right or wrong. And you know that it is fairly inexpensive to make, and it can feed a lot of people, especially, you know, for, well, really any occasion that you have. Funerals, weddings, graduation parties, family reunions. It really doesn't matter. And we're just going to keep adding a layer of this. It goes a long ways, it really does. Okay, there we go. Let me cover this a little bit. Okay, there we go. So aquí, now goes our cheese. Y aquí you just kind of squeeze it and you just come over here. Y aquí. Just make sure that everything is covered. Ahí vamos. Y ya mero acabamos. Paciencia, paciencia. Always patience. Okay. Y aquí va el chile. Chile verde. Oh, an enchilada wouldn't be an enchilada without any chili. Northern New Mexico, I don't know if we could survive without chili. It's the best staple ever. Y aquí, I think we're going to use a whole little bottle, okay? Just sprinkle it Just add it. Yeah, you should see how good it smells. Smells delicious. There it goes, my friends. Voy a ponerle nomás. This is gonna be just for pretty. Right there. Okay. Y aquí, we're going to add a little bit more cheese. And it's just a little bit over here on the top. That's enough. Le vamos a echar the rest of the pasta because we don't want to see it go to waste, or you say, well, what am I going to do with what is left over? You're just going to add whatever there is, and you're just going to spread it around a little bit just to make it pretty. Mira nomás qué hermoso se mira. No hay como la comida de Nuevo México, ¿no? So many different flavors, so many different ways of preparing foods. And these ladies, they were aquí están mis hijos. And here is your green chili chicken enchilada. Here we go. This is the end product. And I hope that you have enjoyed this time that we have spent together. It is a real joy and a privilege knowing that you take the time from your busy schedule to come and visit me here in my house. And I know that we're hoping that things will get a lot better and that I will be able to be posting some more videos. Ahorita, after this one, we're going to make one that is called carne asada, and we're going to be going outside. A lot of you enjoy my videos when I cook outside, and so we're going to be doing, like I said, la carne asada, and we're going to have some green chili to go with it, some tortillas, and some pinto beans, and I hope that you will enjoy them. The beans are already on the stove. They've been cooking. I'm going to make the tortillas after a while, but I had time in between, and so I did a little bit of dough to show you some of the bread, and I'm going to be teaching you how to make it. And before I forget, it's almost going to be El Día de Pascua, and every Good Friday, it is tradition in our house. It has been since I was a little girl to have the Lenten meal. And so we're going to be videotaping all the different foods that are prepared and how they are brought together. So you are all welcome to watch the videos. I'm not sure if some of the penitentes are going to be able to come because that's a really busy time for them when they are at the moradas. But either way, we will celebrate it the way it was done in northern New Mexico for, gosh, I don't know how many years, way before I was born. But anyway, I have always loved the culture and the traditions. I have loved to embrace it, and I want to share it with you and with a new generation, because it seems as though we are losing so much of it. And hopefully the younger kids will watch and they will see how it was done in the olden days, and hopefully it'll catch on and it'll be practiced in the same manner again. So once again, I say muchas gracias a todos por venir a visitarme en este día aquí en mi casa. Que no se les olvide que ahora sí tengo un negocio personal, se llama Palet's Cocina, y vamos a tener más videos en eso, ¿ok? Que Dios los bendiga.